it's Queendija, and in today's video, I will be reacting to episode 23 of Sutā Tuinkuru Purikyua. Let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. I don't remember what's gonna happen in today's episode, like, honestly. Because I have so many other things to deal with this week. Between this and freaking Aikatsu, like, I never usually remember what's gonna happen until I watch maybe, like, 15 minutes. I know. She's just like that. Oh, okay. Now remember. This is when we have, like, the 1,000 fuas. See, now your Angela's coming out, boo-boo. No. It's too late. Oh. Oh my god. One for everybody. I mean, like, the more that I watch the show and hearing freaking Uni talk, and the fact is that her voice actress is Angela from Carol and Tuesday. If you have not seen Carol and Tuesday, please watch it. It's good as hell. That's why every single time I say, you know, she has her Angela and has her attitude this. Because, I mean, if Uni and Angela met, you know, they'd probably be like, you know what, I like you. I'm like, yeah, I like you too. I wonder why. Come on now. I think she's in one more show I'm watching this season. Yeah, she's in O Maidens. She plays the freaking student council teacher with the glasses, who is kind of iffy about sex. So it is weird, you know, to have her not play one, not two, but 3 characters all at the same time in this season, and you just get to see her in different roles. You get to see her as a bitch, as a nice girl, and something in between. I mean, I think she's in. Is she in Cinderella? You know, no. I think she is. I think she is. I think she plays Anastasia in Cinderella Girls. So then that would be 4, but technically there's no more anime for Cinderella Girls. It's just a game, which is sad. Yeah, she does, cause she likes Russian things. Yes. Good job, DJ. Good job. Jesus, there's too many, but they're so cute. No. Mm. Oh my god. Mm. Well, when they eat, yeah. And the rest of them don't have food. That is probably the cutest salad I've ever seen. The one with the red face. Oh god, no! Oh my god. Oh god. Because she still has the cookie inside of her. So you need to get the real Fua and try to like have her digest that thing and get it out of her system. Okay, how about two of you stay here with the Fuas in the ship, and everybody else goes after it, like, you know, red face Fua and the copies. Yeah. Yeah, because not everybody likes crust. Do you have enough? No, friend, just shut up. Because of the cookie. I still can't believe that's what's her face's voice actors, which is really good. It's literally one of her first roles, and surprising that she got to be a pretty hair. Yeah, but I had to come home. Uh, this is the only song that they actually reused in like all the recent Pretty Cures. Jesus Christ. my god. Of course. Everyone? Mm, yeah, but you don't have to do this by yourself. Mm-hmm. Yes. Kappa has the real Tua. Mm-hmm. Like for the red face Fua. Red face. Red face. There you go. Mm-mm. But she ain't sick anymore. Yeah, how was that boyfriend talk? I bet you that was a good boyfriend talk. Because of course, she's like what, 14? So, yeah, gotta have that talk. hmm hmm the younger that they are, the younger that you gotta give them that talk earlier, whether it's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 maybe, I don't know. Heck, I had the talk like twice. So yeah, but it's different. I think for every type of parent, once you have kids, same thing for grandparents. But I only really had it with my parents, never my grandparents. That's okay. But imagining he got his with a grandfather about boyfriends and boys. That makes me want to cry. Honestly, I kind of hated that they just darkened the screen and just lit it up. Because that's what, because since PreCure is now dubbed and that's what Netflix did with the other copies, and it looks so bad. They're gonna use the, what? Oh my god, they're gonna use the full copies! It just looks like a cotton swab. Oh my god, cotton swab! How the hell is that interesting? Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dang, she's short. Nice. Honestly, now when I look at this, I still get reminded of get in the cake. Get in the cake. Except it's not a cake anymore. It's a big behind star. Or, just galaxy. Diamond-ish. Just gotta wait for the villains to just, get in the middle. Stay in the middle. Don't go anywhere. No, it's okay. Good. Uni. You guys can make some. Oh, go on. Oh, makes me want a donut. But you know what? I got cheesecake, and cheesecake is better than a donut. But it was a sweet episode. I really like the fact that, it took freaking Elena and Uni to come together and have an episode about them because of the fact is a lot of people think, and I'm one of them too, think that they're not really focusing a lot on Elena because when was the last time we had an Elena centered episode? It was a couple of episodes ago. Before, Uni was Cosmo and such. But I mean, Madoka and Elena are just background characters now because they really just care about Cosmo, Uni, Lala, and Hikaru. That's it. I ain't saying that's a bad thing, but as I said, this past weekend with Aikatsu, um, instead, they really shouldn't always be doing that. It needs to be focused on everyone. Yes, you can still have a main focus character, but then still also have secondary characters, the minor characters to be focused on as well. When you have a group of 5 or even 6 Kitty Kitty Precure mode, like there were times with Kitty Kitty Precure mode that it still had focus on 2 main characters, but still everyone else in general. But with this, it just mainly focused on Elena and Uni. Nobody else. It had a little bit of everybody else, but not as much. So I'm just hoping that, like, in the next few episodes, it gets a little bit better. Oh, it's snow cones. But seriously, like, honestly, when you look at this show, comparing it to anything really Aikatsu, because I know a lot of people are like, the art style for it is very similar for both shows, even though it's by 2 different companies. Toei Animation does PreCure and Bandai does Aikatsu. It's just, I don't know if I could say one is better at handling getting more characters and their situations out there than one, because they both are sometimes a hit or a miss, because Aikatsu does it sometimes and PreCure does it a lot. Like, I can take, for example, this past weekend with Aikatsu. 2 of my favorite characters recently technically kind of left the show. They're still in the show, but like as of yesterday's episode, which was the newest episode, they didn't have a speaking role. Like literally 4 characters didn't have a speaking role because they were focusing on no, 6 characters didn't have a speaking role because they were focusing on technically 4 characters, but 2 out of the 4 characters were the main focus, and the other 2 were like the secondary focus. And that's what I really want PreCure to do, because they do it sometimes, and then other times they don't, and the next thing you know, it's like we get to the last episode of the series, and then you look back at it, you look at it like as a year as a whole, and then you're sitting here wondering like, well, how many episodes did they focus on Homare? How many episodes did they focus on Saya? How many episodes did they focus on Hikaru, Hime, anyone? Honestly, how many episodes did each character really get a good, genuine focus on, and was it really good from beginning to end? Are you specifically going to remember this character for episodes that focused on them, or other episodes where they had a little bit of focus, but it was focused on somebody else? So I don't, like, as of right now, I don't really know how I feel. I mean, it's going to be more when we get to the last episode, and when I think about it as a series as a whole for a whole year, and wondering, yes, did they do this right, or no, do they need to kind of think? Because with seeing every single season of this dang show, you sometimes can see where they mess up at. And what I'm hoping, like I said, just give them more screen time, especially Elena and Madoka, because they feel like the background characters. I mean, it was good that Elena got to have a voice in this episode, and same thing with Madoka and saying such. But then if you go back to any other PreCure series, and if you watch maybe every single episode, or maybe even when the new character comes in to the second half of the show, once the show is over, go in there and check how many times is, like, anyone who was a main character, how many times they speak. Like, if it's your personal favorite character, go back and look how many times they freaking speak. I bet you it's not a lot. I bet you it's more, like, it ain't like 100. It could be like 100 or less than that. Because I could say, I can't really say for, like, Maho Girls or Princess, because it's been a really long time since I've seen those two shows. But, like, when you have it to go from, like, Go Princess PreCure starts with 3 girls, and then we got 4. That's an easy group to give everybody their development in every single episode. It's the same thing with Maho Girls. Now, with Kitty PreCure LMO, when you started with 5 girls and you ended up with 6, it's kind of like freaking, not Happiness. Oh my god. It's not. What the fuck is that one? Happiness Charge? No, not Happiness Charge. I can't remember it right now, because it was the, like, at the same time I'm thinking of it like when it was Glitter Force, and it was the very first one that was, I can't, it's one of them, and it's coming to me, and I'm going to think about it while I'm watching K-On! And I'm like, oh, it's that. But the one that's really, like, hella popular, the one that had dealt with the girl who was really obsessed with, like, fairy tales. That's the one that I'm thinking of. I just can't remember the name right now. With that one, and that had a group of, like, what, 5, 6 girls. It's, like, iffy. I think when they did that show, it was easier. But especially when you have girls like from Kitty PreCure Mode, Hagato, and now including this, it's a little bit harder to try to get development in every single episode, because it feels like by the time you get to the end of the series, there's always one, usually one. I want to say for Kitty PreCure Mode, it was Yukari, because I felt like Yukari didn't get a lot of screen time, and so she had some episodes for her, but then by the end of it, you're thinking, you look at her, you're like, damn, they let you down so bad. And then for Hagato, it was Saya. Like, Saya was one of those characters that immediately when I first saw her and how her story was going to be, I deadass thought she was going to be, like, a really good character. And then by the time the series ended, a lot of people, including myself, was like, this was one of the greatest characters, but she was, her story and everything was such a letdown. So with this right now, I have to kind of say it is Elena and Madoka, like, tied. It's like, because it's not one then the other. They're both tied because of the fact is the way the creators are doing this. And we all know that, honestly, the creators are probably done doing this show. They're probably just doing some extra tweaks for the TV show and the movie once the Blu-rays and DVDs come out and such. But the show's technically possibly done with everything, like audios and animations and stuff, and they're probably even done with the movie as well. So, I mean, we won't really know. But it is a little sad that, you know, when you look at someone, when you look at Madoka is just a very interesting character. And then when you look at Elena, when you have someone who has she's 2 different race, she's white and she's Spanish, that's an interesting thing. So, I mean, that was like, we only had like, what, one freaking episode that went into the backstory about her family and, you know, the heritage of the culture of, like, being Spanish or Mexican or what, like, any type of culture that she's in and seeing, like, traditions that she does. I want more of that. And it's like, they've really kind of slapped me in the face with this show, and it's like, honestly, no, you're not going to get that. But I can't say that even now, because this is only episode freaking 23, and we still got a hella long way to go before we're done with this dang show. But as of 23 episodes for now, we've only really had one episode, and for someone who really will want to learn more about her and her heritage and where she comes from and more, it's kind of a little bit upsetting. And I know some people probably don't agree with me on that, and there are ones that do, but it's just, I'm speaking the truth. Like, honestly, look at this. Look at all 23 episodes as a whole, and think about what other episode, besides that one episode that focused on Toma, her freaking brother, and her family, and the fact that Toma was embarrassed that his parents were holding hands and dancing in it, because that's what they do. That's her father's heritage and what they do for fun. That's the only freaking episode that they've really done for her. Like, going into it, I can't think of anything else. Could you possibly? No. So, I mean, yeah, I have a right to be mad about that. I mean, it would be funny, like, okay, let's just say, like, in the next freaking PreCure series, they do a black girl, or, like, because you've done the Hispanic now, it would be interesting if they did a black girl, or if they did someone who was Russian, or maybe even, trying to think, Egyptian, something like that. Go to a different I can't say the word right. Oh my god. Race. There we go. Culture. Shit. All that stuff. Do that. Please. Like, if you do it once with this show, kind of pave the way, because we're now in a time where whether you watch cartoons, literally cartoons, movies, TV shows, whatever, where little boys and girls are now seeing themselves on television. I mean, you know, and I can say this, like, maybe even for myself, but I've seen it with other shows in the past. Like, if you've seen the show The Flash, and you know who Iris West is, and in the comic books they had her as white, but in the TV show they have her as black. A lot of little girls who are this generation's, like, who are watching TV, they are so happy to finally see someone that looks like them on TV. And for me, when I was younger, you know, I had it in some live action shows and in cartoons as well. And, you know, I was happy about that. But sometimes, you know, my thing was with people who looked like me, when I had a black girl who looked like me, we were always in the stereotype of we were a bitch, or we were the best friend. We were never truly the main girl until something like the Parkers or Moesha. I know I'm going into this a little too much. Or even the Proud Family came out, if any of you have seen those shows. But that's all I really wanted to say. Just kind of do a little bit better with Elena and Madoka. Please don't get to episode 49 and 48, 49, whatever, and just screw it up. I swear to God, please don't do that. That would literally, I swear to God, because then if we get to that, and if I think about this episode one more time, be like, remember what I said 23? Just remember what I said 23, because I feel like that's going to come back and nick me in the butt. But other than that, guys, that is my reaction review towards episode 23 of Sutā Tuinkuru Purikyua. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a like. It really helps me out. Also, subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single day. Join the Mattress Squad. And of course, I will see you guys officially not really on Sundays anymore. You're just going to go back and now see me on Mondays, because of the fact is, like, the people who edit the video, not edit the videos, put the subtitles in for the videos, they normally don't get it until probably around between the wee hours of the morning of Mondays. On Mondays, really. So if I'm going to bed, like, sometimes I go to bed between 3, 4 in the morning. By the time, maybe I want to say about 5, 6, maybe by the time I wake up, the episode's out. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys all next Monday. Bye.